Hello Aries, this is your astrology forecast for October, and boy is October a powerful month. We've got Mercury going retrograde from the 5th to the 26th of October, and we've also got the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse, so it's eclipse season, so a lot is happening. Let's start with this Mercury retrograde on the 5th of October. It starts here at 2 degrees of Scorpio, here in your 8th house, and it does retrograde back into your 7th house of relationships as well, and goes direct again at 16 degrees of Libra on the 26th. So what does this mean? Well, for you this month, Aries, you are going to have to really think more deeply and more carefully about what you value, what is important to you, what could you live without, what do you think you need that you maybe no longer do need. This is particularly this Mercury in this 8th house. It also could be re-evaluating a business partnership. It would not be a good idea to get into a new business deal or partnership during this Mercury retrograde for you. It also, I would think, would be not the best time to get into a serious new relationship. Doesn't mean to say you won't meet somebody, because there's a very strong possibility this month, for those of you looking for it, that you could meet somebody really special with a kind of a fated feel to it. But nonetheless, it looks like you're going to be re-evaluating your financial situation and re-evaluating your relationships. That's going to be the main focus for you, Aries, for this Mercury retrograde. And of course, all the main things stand. Leave yourself a little bit of extra time for getting to places, and also make sure that any important documents you read through several times, or even get somebody else to scan another pair of eyes over them to make sure you've not missed something. So the next big thing, as I said, it's eclipses coming. So we've got on the 8th of October, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse Aries at 15 degrees in your sign. So this is a full moon here in your 1st house happening, and it's close to Uranus. So you could expect here with this, you see, eclipses are a lunar eclipse is a very special full moon, because we've got the sun here in Libra and the moon opposite, always opposite at the time. But during an eclipse, the energies of this particular full moon will last for at least 6 months. So this is going to shake up your emotions here. It's also going to shake up, probably, Aries, you're going to do some soul searching. What am I here for? What's my higher purpose? What's my identity? These are going to be probably questions that are coming up during this full moon lunar eclipse in your 1st house. Of course, a lot's happening with relationships for you. There's been so many ups and downs in relationships, Aries. I know it, but there's also been an opportunity for new beginnings, for many of you to realize that you're self-sufficient on your own. You don't have to depend on somebody else. Yes, you might enjoy being with someone else, but you don't need to depend on them anymore. You've found a new freedom, a new identity within yourself. Now, on October the 11th, we've got a very interesting opposition, which is an opposition between Venus in your 7th house and Uranus on that day. So you can expect sparks to fly. It really could be a new romance, just a sudden attraction. It's like, wow, I never expected this. A new friendship, a new relationship, something new coming in as far as your relationships are concerned. It could even just be a new idea and inspiration as to how to connect with somebody you've wanted to connect with for a long time. Or it could be somebody that you wouldn't kind of normally mix with, and it's like, wow, I never realized I could have so much fun with this kind of person. I had previous judgments, and now this is amazing. So it's like opening your eyes to something in your relationships. And October the 14th is a particularly powerfully fortunate day because we've got Venus here active in sextile to Jupiter. So this is potentially very nice for a windfall, for something fortunate happening, business event happening, unexpected help from somebody. It's just potentially a very lucky day there. Don't go crazy with the Jupiter in the 5th. There's a tendency to say, oh, I'm on a roll now, things are going. Aries, I know you're not terribly patient, you want to get on with things, but just enjoy it. It looks like something fun, something enjoyable. And then on October the 23rd, it all starts up again because we've got a new moon solar eclipse at 0 degrees of Scorpio, which is happening in your 8th house. So this is the new moon solar eclipse, which again is a very special kind of new moon solar eclipse at 0 degrees here of Scorpio. So this is very powerful for you. Why? Because it's going into your 8th house. This is going to mean you going deeper into the meanings of things. Sometimes Aries, you're all over the place. This, that, the other, you're excited. But this is an opportunity to go more deeply, maybe into a relationship. Go more deeply into your understanding of something, especially anything in this metaphysical astrology field. You may get some new insights. Your emotions are probably going to be triggered during this time. There may be some issues with an inheritance, with some tax issues, with some insurance issues. Could be something around that may need to be dealt with. There's a possibility here, because it's vibrating with the Mercury retrograde, you may have to redo something connected with finances. You may have to reevaluate something that you got going, and then it's like, no, this has changed. Maybe somebody's betraying you, somebody's not told you the truth, maybe you've got a lawyer who isn't really proficient enough, somebody who's acting for you, maybe you've got a bank that you really shouldn't be trusting. It's about really going deeply into your assets. However, the new moon as well is all about planting new seeds. So what new seeds can you plant with respect to finances, with respect to money, with respect to who you trust? You can set new intentions during this new moon. It's a very powerful time for a new intention. And then these seeds that you plant now can flower during this next 6 months, 6 to 9 months even, after the eclipse. I'm also anticipating that we'll see global events during and around these eclipses as well. I think will be some global events triggered, especially probably this first lunar eclipse, and on the 8th, and on the solar eclipse on the 23rd. I think we'll just see a lot of powerful changes. The thing about eclipses is they intensify things and they bring things to the surface. Things that were maybe in your unconscious, wow, they're coming out now. You can't ignore them. So sometimes it can be cruel to be kind, but then afterwards everything is so much better in your life. It's not always external events that happen. Often it's internal, subtle changes. You realize that, hey, I really hate this job. It's time for me to move on. Or, what am I going to do with my career now? What do I want to do with my life? Each one of you is different. We each have something special. Every single person is special. What is it that's special about you? It's being triggered by this Uranus in your 1st house. It's being triggered by the lunar eclipse in your sign Aries. So lots up for you to consider and to look at emotionally. On the 24th of October, we've got everything moving out of your 7th house here. So we've got the Sun and Venus moving into this 8th house. So big focus for you this month, Aries, will be on your relationships, maybe some letting go there, also some harmony, maybe meeting somebody new, and then going more deeply, either saying, right, we're going to make this a really committed relationship, or it's time to let it go. This is a wonderful time for your study of anything deep. It's wonderful for anything concerning psychology, the workings of the mind, and it's also a very important time for you to look at everything, and I mean everything, concerning money and finance. Your beliefs, what you believe about it, what you think you can do, what you don't think you can do, and to take it to a much deeper level. So then on the 25th we've got Sun conjunct Venus in this 8th house again, but Sun and Venus together can bring a nice relationship, a nice interaction, somebody helping you, a friendship, could be even help financially from somebody else, a grant, a sponsorship, an investor. This too possible around the 25th. And for most of the month until the 26th of the month, we've got Mars in your 9th house. So Aries, good time for traveling, good time for learning something new, for extending your education. I mean, it's really in harmony with this fire energy going on for most of the month between the 1st, the 5th and the 9th houses, which is your fire yourself. So it's a great time for new ideas, new business, connecting with international contacts in some way, going beyond boundaries. So wherever you feel there are boundaries and limitations, find ways through them, around them, because these aspects are going to help you. And on the 27th of the month, we've got Mars moving into your 10th house. So right at the end of the month, Mars giving you a boost for your career, for being recognized, for being seen, for going out there more, for really just being ready to show what it is you want, what you're going after, and you really can achieve a lot. Mars in Capricorn is about achievement, and it's exalted in Capricorn, so it's very powerful there. So Aries, big month about you, your soul searching, your relationships, possibly something interesting happening, fortunate in your relationships, maybe a lucky something in the middle of the month, and then going very deeply towards the last week of the month when we've got the final eclipse as well in Scorpio. Excuse me. So I wish you a very wonderful October. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.